Welcome to Anime Breakdowns, and today we'll be talking about one of the most busted abilities in the entirety of Jujutsu Kaisen. This will give you a full breakdown on one half of why Satoru Gojo is the most powerful character in the series. So without wasting any time, let's go ahead and get into it. So as it stands, one of the pride and joys of the Gojo family, the Six Eyes currently stands at the pinnacle of the Jujutsu world as being the most powerful ocular Jujutsu in the entire series, while also making its users completely broken. Because of its immense power, its appearance, and the feats of its users, the Six Eyes have captured the undivided attention of both the characters in the series and the Jujutsu Kaisen audience. This busted little ability made its debut in chapter 15 of the Jujutsu Kaisen manga and episode 7 of the animated series, with Satoru Gojo unleashing them on his opponent to serve as a teaching moment for his student, Itadori Yuji. The debut of the Six Eyes was explosive to say the least, with Gojo using his abilities to outright immobilize his opponent with minimal effort. His Six Eyes, coupled with the usage of domain expansion, granted him an unavoidable instant victory. Even though Gojo already outclassed his opponent in every way imaginable, the power of the Six Eyes allowed him to do away with fighting entirely and just casually walk up to his opponent and rip his entire head off. Unlike eye abilities in shonen such as Naruto, while the Six Eyes can be inherited by any member of the Gojo family along with the Limitless, only one user of the Six Eyes can exist at one time, with the one who possesses the Six Eyes being the only person capable of truly mastering everything that the Limitless has to offer. Possession of both the Six Eyes and the Limitless almost automatically makes someone one of the most powerful and capable Jujutsu sorcerers of their generation, a combination that has just resurfaced for the first time in 100 years. All of this serves as a direct explanation to Gojo saying, "Throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one." Even though the current wielder of the Six Eyes, Satoru Gojo, holds many similarities to Naruto's Kakashi, the creator of the series, Gege Akutami, assures his readers that this is not where he draws his inspiration from. The significance of the Six Eyes can be found in its alternative name of the Rikugan, which takes its origins from the words Roku Jinsu and Gogan. Roku Jinsu represents the 6 divine powers in Buddhism, which are said to be held by Buddha and the Buddhist saints. These powers include the following: the divine foot power, which allows you to move freely wherever you want to go; the divine ear power, which allows you to hear all sounds on earth; the divine mind reading power; the divine fate-telling power to know the history and fate of all people; and lastly, the divine enlightenment power, which is to know everything and arrive at a deep awareness of the world, with Gogan meaning the eyes that contain the 5 senses needed to know the truth. Some of these can be applied to our current Six Eyes user directly, based on some of his feats in the series. All of these things considered, if there is a correlation between these concepts and the Six Eyes of the manga, it would mean that we can still expect to see some growth and new abilities from them as the series moves forwards. Although this does give some insight as to the general concept of the Six Eyes, it doesn't necessarily give you a complete picture of its abilities in the series. As mentioned before, the Six Eyes has the ability to amplify the capabilities of anyone that uses the Limitless down to an atomic level, allowing their mastery of the Limitless to reach levels not possible otherwise. The Six Eyes essentially makes it so that their wielder never truly runs out of cursed energy, which is an incredibly powerful advantage to have in the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. This is because the Six Eyes process cursed energy so efficiently that the amount of cursed energy that's lost when a user activates an attack is basically close to zero, with the amount of energy they lose being outpaced by the amount that they regenerate. The Six Eyes also allows their user to not only see cursed energy in extreme detail, but also allows them to see the flow of cursed energy itself. This essentially gives them a head start on recognizing the upcoming attacks of an enemy by being able to pinpoint exactly where the cursed energy is being focused in their bodies. It's kind of like being able to see slightly ahead in the future in all of your fights, forever. One of the other broken abilities of the Six Eyes are that they grant you increased mental and visual prowess, turning your brain into nothing short of a massive supercomputer, with them being able to see people, objects, and cursed energy signatures with complete clarity from several kilometers away, and being able to process the positions and identities of everything in their views instantly. The user's mind becomes so adept at being able to process the vast amount of information that the Six Eyes is constantly feeding them that one moment in reality for a regular human being is equivalent to an entire minute worth of time in a user's brain. Though the incredible amounts of work that a person's brain would have to do to keep up with the Six Eyes would usually cause immense amounts of stress, this is offset by the Six Eyes' ability to calculate a reverse curse technique to automatically keep their brain fresh at all times. So, long story short, when paired with the Limitless, the user basically becomes God. Even though all of this sounds absolutely wonderful, and honestly, It is? There is one drawback to having this godlike power bestowed upon you. Even with all of the benefits listed above, the Six Eyes can still tire out its user a bit more easily unless their eyes remain covered, only to be fully unleashed when their true power is absolutely needed. This is the reason why characters such as Gojo, and presumably the previous users of the Six Eyes, are frequently seen wearing blindfolds, shades, or something heavy enough to cover their eyes from constantly exerting such an immense amount of power. And by the way, even if you're blindfolded, you can still see anyways. I mean, is anybody honestly surprised at this point? We could go much deeper into the interactions that the Six Eyes have with the Limitless and all of the possibilities that there are there. But for the sake of time, I'll save that for another video in the future, especially since that's a combination that is exclusive to Gojo himself. Make sure to comment down below on what kind of breakdowns you'd like to see next, and as always, have a great day, guys.